Well, hello there, you magnificent person. This is Melinda Balling. Thank you so much for calling our Quantum Leap hotline. It is Tuesday, December 15th, and I am stepping in for our originally scheduled guest speaker, Maggie Rader, who unfortunately had a family emergency. So please keep Maggie and her mother, who is ill, in your prayers today. Well, I'm going to visit with you about self-nurturing and developing a self-nurturing practice. And maybe you already have one, and if so, that is fantastic. But as we get ready to move through the holidays and into the year, perhaps you would like to commit to a new self-nurturing practice. So I'm going to share some ideas from Kelly Grimes, who's the author of The Art of Self-Nurturing. And Kelly is a well-known speaker and coach and, again, author. So hopefully you will be able to pick up some ideas about self-nurturing and a new self-nurturing practice that you may want to begin from Kelly's 5 steps, which I'll share with you. And I've just modified this a little bit, but the self-nurturing practice, she says, may be consistent exercise, mindful eating, journaling, yoga, learning a new instrument, taking a class, being intentionally creative, meditating, treating ourselves with compassion, or anything that supports us in nourishing, cherishing, and encouraging our own growth and potential. I just love that because many times we are quite busy supporting others, which is a very good thing. I don't mean that it isn't, but let's not neglect ourselves in the process. So here are 5 ways to transform the way you commit to a new self-nurturing practice in order to transform your life, according to Kelly. Number 1, identify a practice. Spend some time getting clear about what self-nurturing practice you want to commit to. Check in with yourself and assess your level of motivation around making this commitment. Choose a self-nurturing practice you feel intentionally motivated about, not something you think you should do. Visualize this practice becoming part of your day and explore what benefits you will experience when you consistently engage in the practice. Acknowledge your why, or what will continue to motivate you to engage in this new practice, like vibrant health, inner peace, more joy, or fun in your life, or any lasting feeling you will experience after the nurturing practice. Okay, that's her number 1. And what stands out for me is not something you think you should do, but something that will allow you to experience just more of a lasting feeling of self-fulfillment or happiness. Okay, number 2, set an intention. When you've identified your self-nurturing practice and how it will benefit you, write an empowering intention about how you will engage in the practice and be specific. Your intention may look like, I will practice yoga 2 times per week to feel grounded, peaceful, and strong. Be sure to include the benefits you will experience and how often you plan to engage in the practice so you feel encouraged and can hold yourself accountable. Create an intention that is inspiring and post it everywhere, on your mirror, in your wallet, on your refrigerator, in your car, by your bed, and as a screensaver on your phone. So, again, reminding yourself, what I got from number 2 was reminding yourself by posting it, but being specific about not only what your self-nurturing intention is, but what the benefits will be for you personally. Okay, number 3, write yourself a permission slip. I love this. Sometimes getting an intention is not enough, and we have to literally give ourselves permission to prioritize ourselves when it comes to committing to a new self-nurturing practice. If you find yourself hesitating or feeling ambivalent about beginning this empowering process, write yourself a permission slip. Finish this statement. I give myself permission to nurture myself by, and then lean in and liberate yourself. Self-nurturing is not about perfection or another to-do on your overflowing list, but rather nurturing the most important relationship you will ever have, the relationship that you are building with yourself. Giving yourself permission will clear away the resistance and open you to the possibility of really showing up for yourself like you would for a dear friend. So I love that because we do show up for other people and sometimes put ourselves on the back burner. So what stood out for me in number 3 is writing that permission slip by saying, I give myself permission to nurture myself by, and then, of course, you're going to add in what your new practice is. Okay, number 4, schedule it in your planner. Yes. Whether you use a physical planner or the calendar on your phone, the next step is or a calendar on your wall, it doesn't matter. Next step is to schedule time for your new self-nurturing practice. Scheduling time for this practice is the most effective way to demonstrate that you are serious about nurturing yourself and will help you avoid the pitfall of taking care of everyone else first before attending to yourself. Scheduling time for this activity will reinforce that you are important and worth your love and attention, and will support you in experiencing the benefits of the activity, which will fuel your continued motivation. Actually having it on your schedule will support you in building trust in yourself and making this practice a transformative part of your life. When you look at your calendar, you can assess what time of day will be best to schedule your self-nurturing practice. You might find it helpful to get up 30 minutes early to nurture yourself, or schedule your time later in the day or at lunch. Remember, you can modify the specific time as you go, but make it a point to have time scheduled in your calendar for the week ahead to allow your self-nurturing practice to take root in your life. Okay, so what I'm getting from number 4 is it's a priority, and it's on your calendar, and that reinforces it. And also, what comes to my mind is it will begin to become a habit. And I'm reading a wonderful book right now called Tiny Habits that was recommended by a special friend. And really, big change comes with tiny habits. So schedule it in your planner or wherever your calendar is, and keep that promise to yourself. All right. Lastly, number 5, acknowledge your progress. The final way to support yourself when committing to a new self-nurturing practice is to acknowledge your effort and progress. Just as you would do for a dear friend, honor and celebrate yourself for committing to transforming your life through the art of self-nurturing. Recognizing your efforts will encourage you to continue your practice and focus on your growth and what you are grateful for. Remember, this is about progress, not perfection. So even if you missed a day, acknowledge what you have done to nurture yourself. As Stephen Covey reminds us, be patient with yourself. Self-growth is tender. All right, so let's go on here to see. Okay, so again, celebrate each and every time you've engaged in your new self-nurturing practice, and allow your gratitude to follow, acknowledging all the ways you have benefited. You have the power to be your most encouraging friend, so acknowledge your progress and growth. Okay, so I love this. I think this is wonderful, and I appreciate this author, Kelly Grimes, again, who wrote The Art of Self-Nurturing. In case you want to delve in a little bit deeper, I appreciate her 5 steps to getting into the self-nurturing habit. Okay, so lastly, I want to remind you, not that I need to, today is the last day of the quarter. And so there is still time to finish that star. Stretch. This is the perfect time of the year to do exactly that, because people are looking for holiday gifts. And guess what? Well, Corinne mentioned gift certificates yesterday, and there's a lot you can do with gift certificates today. So whether you do the traditional way of contacting people about gift certificates or use a more innovative or creative way that Corinne mentioned yesterday, or you offer a special like a $100 gift certificate for $75, that sort of thing. And remember, a lot of people will take advantage of that for themselves. Yes, for themselves, because they can use it at any time. It just becomes a credit on their account if they're regular customers. So if you need ideas, if you need help, if you need support, reach out to your director. I had one consultant in my unit who sold $1,100 in one day of gift certificates. So there is still time. You have till midnight Central Time tonight to wrap up that star. All right, my friends, well, have a magnificent day. Be blessed. Yes, be blessed. You are blessed. And remember, you are a very favored child of God. All right, thank you, and goodbye for now.